Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Anum Iqbal and today I will be your host for this week's Fireside chat. Today I'm really excited because we have a female founder with us. So without further ado, let's introduce you to Zahra Ayub. Welcome Zahra. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much, Anam Baji. How are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. So good to see you after so long.
I mean, likewise, it's just like seeing old Nustians. It just like kind of takes you back the memory lane, like where we जब हम सारे लोग यूनिवर्सिटी में इकट्ठे होते थे और different organizations के events के ऊपर काम कर रहे होते थे. I mean, I think that was the best part of my life. So yeah, so excited to meet you this way. I mean, yeah,
True, true. बहुत जबरदस्त memories हैं नाश्ती. So
true that.
let's start. तो आपने जो है बिक्सी किया from Seeks and you graduated in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us कि उसके बाद what did you do?
Yeah, so right after graduation, I started teaching robotics to grade, what you can say, from Montessori to grade seven. So, and I had not, like, I did not have very ambitious plans of like, career के ambitious plans को ज़्यादा नहीं थे. However, teaching kind of, I loved teaching. I really enjoyed it, but I figured out that if I have to work or if my life is like, I have to pursue a career. So I just felt that I need it to be more challenging than what teaching is. So then I started applying for like, for the corporate sector. So Pakistan mein corporate sector mein jo multinationals hain, those were my targets. I was lucky to get into Coca-Cola, Alhamdulillah, in 2014. So I joined Coca-Cola as a sales trainee, and I got like my career took a very strange shift because of course I was an engineer, but in Coca-Cola I was like working in hardcore field sales, business development, trade marketing, interacting with like grocery store retailers and all. So that was like a very interesting part, but I really loved the organization, loved my work, learned a lot. Then I got another exciting opportunity with Philip Morris International. So spent 2 years over there. Again, learned a lot. Did a bit of like analytical roles, sales strategy, and then a bit of marketing. So that kind of like sums up all my like professional experience that it spanned over like 6 years with both of these companies. So in 2018 I got married, and then 6 months after my marriage we came to US, me and my husband, because he was starting his grad school. So since then, since August 2019, I've been here. And you like coming here gave me this time to think about doing something of my own. And the past year, this is what I was doing basically. And Alhamdulillah, now like it's kind of a soft launch, which I've done of my startup nurture, and just gonna see how it goes from there.
Inshallah, inshallah, we wish you all the best. And
Uh-huh. Thank
it's
you.
really exciting because you changed your field from information systems to financial systems. So,
Yeah.
what is the story of Nurture? How did it come into being?
Yeah, I think the story of nurture is essentially my life story. So the problem I grew, like I would say that as a child, I felt that there is a problem that is in the society because so I come from a like what you can say a normal middle class household where like my parents were just like where your life is more about earning and paying bills and that's all, right? So I kind of felt that you know why is it not possible for us to basically to outgrow limitations on our finances, like to just be freely to just be like free of this worry that I have this much amount and I have to budget and then spend accordingly, because if I overspend then it's gonna be a problem. And why our parents, or when we grow up, we always like uh, or we kind of like think about only this thing when we get into our professional careers, that we have to work so that we can earn money so that we can pay bills, and that's all. So I thought that there was a problem in the financial system, and that was that, if you are salaried, and simply salaried, you can't, unless something, like what you can say, unless a miracle happens in your life, you can't really get into the world of investing. And investing is the place where, unless you do investing, you can't be wealthy or you can't grow money. So you have to get in that space, but a salaried person cannot go there. So this was the problem that I grew up with, and I was like, okay, what is this space? And that's all I knew about it. Then of course I started working, and matlab khud se jab when I basically I started earning, I realized that my mindset was that I wanted to save, but like somehow every month I would end up spending almost all of my earnings. And that was again a problem, that why is it happening? Though every year, let's say I get an increment, but still, whenever I just go and buy those things that I used to buy, why do I feel that more money is going out of my pocket than it usually was, and I'm still unable to save? So again, this problem was like, it just got refreshed, that this problem is still there in the economy, and I felt that it's wrong. It's unfair. It shouldn't be there. Now I got into Coca-Cola, and like I said, I was in sales. I was dealing with retailers, and I was like this channel between the company and that end retailer. And I would do all these deals that, we are gonna sell you the product for this much, and you're gonna sell it further for this much and everything. So इस यहाँ मैंने बहुत यहाँ पे एक चीज मुझे क्लिक की, और वो ये थी कि all these companies, multinationals, or what you can say capital economy, या जो हमारी आप the organizations which basically hold that much of the capital. So they have, like, when they're doing business or when they're selling products. So for example, they're selling Coke. So they're selling it at a certain price to the retailer, which is less than what you're going to buy it from the shop. So let's say if you are buying a bottle for 20 rupees from a shop, that retailer has most probably purchased it for 17 and a half or 18 rupees from the company, which is fine. It makes sense. Of course, he has to do business. It's a reasonable profit. However, these retailers, they get like a lot of extra discounts from the companies around the year. So a promotional campaign would come, and Coke would say that, no, okay, so this month you're not going to buy it, we're not going to sell it for 18 rupees to you, we're going to sell it for, let's say, 16 rupees to you. So this is 2 rupees extra that you are getting. Then they have like these target based agreements, that if you sell Coke tells to retailer that if you're going to sell, let's say, 1,000 bottles in 1 year, I'm going to give you this much amount extra on top of what I'm already giving you. Then if you're displaying, like, let's say when you go out go in a supermarket or a small store, and you see that there's this Coca-Cola's setup over there, like bottles are displayed and all. So these companies pay rentals for those setups as well. Point being that all in all, on even that small commodity, these retailers, these shop owners are making more profits than they normally should have, right? However, whenever you go to buy that product, you always pay the standard price, and every year kind of increases because of inflation. So I was like, okay, there is this margins, and these could be probably modulated one way or the other to help end consumer gain advantage of this extra, what you can say, cushion as well. Like, agar retailer ko extra discount mil raha hai, let's say in a month on this product, right, some percentage of it should be transferred to the end consumer as well. I mean, that's the person who's driving business. So these two things now were running parallel into my mind, but still I was unable to figure out that correlation, how it could happen. Now things like, the things went by, and I was like just constantly observing markets around, and then I realized that these, like, for example, talk about other retailers like clothing or shoes and etc. So they are like, end of season sale, 50% off, 70% off. And I was like, how can they offer such big discounts? Aren't they like, I'm pretty sure if somebody is doing business, they're not going to incur any loss. So if he sells this product at a 75% off price, he is still making money on this. So when in season, this product is being sold at full price, I mean, what are the profit margins are we talking about? And what is the kind of economy it is? Then of course the income inequality would grow like it's growing right now, and it will become a problem, and it is becoming a problem, because the salaried tabka or the middle class or people who don't have that extra financial cushion in their lives, they're just struggling year by year to make ends meet.
True.
But people who are doing businesses, they get to accumulate that wealth more and more. So this problem now became clear in my mind that yes, this is a problem, this is a channel. It can be like, you can do something in this space. So now, like I said, when I came to US and I had time to think about it, and I met wonderful people at Harvard with whom I can discuss my ideas and the problems I was solving. So they could like help me, basically iterate that no, this is not how it's gonna work. This is not how it's gonna work. So you have to think of something different. So doing that like iterations and having those kind of discussions kind of ultimately led to nurture. So I realized that okay, people don't invest. Like there was this problem that people don't invest, right? And why people don't invest, one of the reasons was that they fear losing their money. Number two is that they don't have enough funds. Like I said, they don't have any savings to begin investing. And number third was that they don't even know investing is a thing, right? So now, for addressing, taking that first point, they fear losing money. Okay, but they spend, right? Everybody spends. Nobody fears spending. So you have to, whatever you earn, you end up spending in the month. You spend on clothes, you spend on makeup or shoes and all kind of products, right? And those products have margins. Like
Right.
I was observing, and I'd worked in the sales, like I said, field, so I was aware that those products have significant margins. So I could see that relationship building up, that okay, losses in one dimension could be converted into discounts in other dimension, and all in all, a total picture or a better picture of what you can say of a wealth generation model can be created, in other words. So it's you, like you earn and spend, you earn and you save. Savings go into investment, the other part is like all about spending. Now I'm converging those two together in nurture at one point, and I'm saying okay, fine, any loss in one part, what any loss on your investments basically could be transferred into like, you can recover those losses by spending wherever you're going to spend. If you buy from our partner retailers, because we have to talk to people and we have to agree, we have to make them agree to come on this like value proposition with us. So we go to this shopkeeper and we'll ask them, okay, fine, whatever you're selling, let's say clothes, are you willing to offer discounts? And if this person agrees, I'm going to tell you, okay, this person agrees here, and if you will buy products or clothes from this shop, your losses are gonna get balanced out to some extent or to maximum extent. So that's how nurture basically came into being. And I mean, yeah, that's where I am right now as of the moment. I hope I explained it in detail, that you could basically keep pace with it.
You explained it really well, and actually, it is a problem because in our community, most majority of the people we live paycheck to paycheck. So this is actually a real problem that majority of the people they are not able to get out of that paycheck to paycheck thing, and they are not able to make any live life fully and enjoy life to that extent.
Yeah.
So really interesting story, Zara. So this name nurture, it resonates warmth. So how did you come up with it? What's the story behind it?
Okay. I think it's so I think so I come from a very traditional family, like a family. So my mother basically raised me up with this very clear mindset that you are a woman and one day you're going to get married. And when you get married, it's your responsibility to make sure that your husband and your children prosper in life, because you are the one who's going to create that safe environment in the home, right? So it's you and you only. And I grew up with this narrative and I resonated with it as well. So I bought that narrative as well. It's not that I denied it. I was like, yes, I think that, of course, like how a simple home is structured. So men have certain roles, women have certain roles, and this is a role I definitely feel that I can do well. So and she would all she would I remember her saying that, you can be whatever, being a woman, you can be whatever you want in life. But I tell you one thing, you cannot deny what you truly are. So this womanhood, or this ability to create that safe space, it's in your DNA. So you can deny if you want to, but it's not going to help you. So I and her basically her advice was that it's your ability. You are a woman, and your edge over men is your ability to nourish and nurture. Men generally cannot do this, right? Men cannot think like this, like the way women do, or the way women feel, right? And it's with that feeling that you are able, or being women, we are able to understand, or to create those kind of, create that comfort in the lives of people who are with us, because we can feel them at a deeper level. uh, and I think with nurse, when I thought about nurture, of course my motivations were very feeling based. So I did not think of it as a business. I For me, it's always about this problem, and I want to solve this. And I want financial services, or financial, or investing, or all these financial products which are very scary to sound, or scary feel for like majority of the people. I want to convert them into a safe space where people can enter and prosper, and their lives like become more like better than what it was before them. And I think no word better than nurture can explain this entire phenomena, or the process of creating the safe space.
That's
So that's how it came into being, or I
that's
named it nurture. Yeah.
that's true, and I can really feel that you're already really, connected to your startup. It's like your baby.
It's well, actually it's like that.
Okay, so can you tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about your business model, how you plan to make money out of it?
Yeah. So that's an interesting question. So firstly, like the first channel, or like the first, what is a revenue stream of my business, would be that it would be a subscription based service. So like the work we are doing, of course it's very detailed. It's not as simple as what you can say, creating, let's say, a social media platform, and working on the freemium model, let's say asking people to just join and then make money out of advertising, which social media does. We can't really do advertisements, because that would just kill the user experience, and honestly I don't even want to do that. So the only thing that remains is that it's going to be a subscription based model. So we will set a nominal monthly fee or one time annual fee, which people will pay to acquire nurtures services for that amount of time. And we are yet to come to that number or that amount, what it will be, but it wouldn't be such that it's beyond what you can say, or people think twice about basically opting for it. It's going to be pretty reasonable. So first stream is that whatever, like the users will give, like will monthly pay a small amount to use nurture services. The second thing is that so like I said, it's an integrated platform, so it will have like merchants who have like who will be displaying their products, and people can buy those products from my platform or through my platform, right?
Uh,
So on every sale like that, which will happen through my platform, we'll have this agreed commission percentage with the retailers. So this is what you call affiliate marketing. So when two business parties do business together, and one party kind of like, so through my platforms I'm giving this one retailer extra, what you can say, shoppers. So this extra sales which he is generating because of me, so he pays a certain amount of commission to me for that. So those are going to be the two major revenue streams. But it's a business, it's in finance industry, so there are multiple there can be multiple streams of income, but those are not important. So these two are the main ones.
okay.
Yeah.
And how is Nurture different from other stock market apps like Robinhood, etc.? There are so many in the market nowadays. So how would you say it's different from the present apps?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So, so there are two kind of apps, like particularly in US. So there are two kinds of the apps that are available. One is like Robinhood kind of apps, and the other is like Acorns kind of app. If you are aware of Acorns, so the difference is that Robinhood is a trading platform. So people can join Robinhood, and they have to like, so they sell and purchase stocks at their own will. They can start with smaller amount, and they don't have to pay commission on the trades they are doing, but they decide for themselves that, let's say they want to buy Tesla stock, or they want to buy Amazon stock, and this is the amount of shares they're going to buy. They do those decisions themselves. So, and then there are Acorns kind of app, which are like relatively simpler. So Acorns kind of also make this ready-made stock portfolios. So they have this, they do all the work. They say that, okay, these five markets in the let's say in the New York Stock Exchange are performed, like these are the five companies we're gonna invest in. So they club them together with bonds, with some percentage of real estate. So they combine 3 to 4 different investment, what you can say, um, channels together and make this portfolio. And they say that, okay, this is a low risk portfolio, this is a medium risk portfolio, this is a high risk portfolio. And it's simple that low risk portfolio means low chances of losing money, but again lower gains. And moderate portfolio means that moderate, like medium chances of losing money, but at the same time medium gains. And high risk means that yes, it's more volatile. But so you as a user can opt for whatever your risk tolerance is. You can opt for one of those options, and you're good to go. It's as simple as that. How nurture is different. So first of all, like I said, so we are not just an investment platform. We're kind of a integrated financial solution to for everyone, right? So you can, firstly you can invest, and then you can spend at this one integrated platform. So second thing which we are doing is that we are providing you risk management, like I said, which what inshallah we aim is that it's gonna be most what you can say, the extent to which we will manage risk is probably the highest that you'll ever know, because this is not happening anywhere in the world. So essentially that's why I call it safe investing. That like by all means it's gonna be pretty safe for people to invest, because whatever they lose one way or the other, they will be able to recover that. That's where nurture becomes different. The model or the format which we will adhere to will again be that portfolio made, like portfolio model. So we get these ready-made portfolio made by industry experts who will analyze like the best performing companies and combine them in various ways, so that it's easy for people to just like choose one and just simply invest. The one thing which we might do differently than Acorns kind of app in drafting portfolios is that Acorns is like, say, an Acorns combine stocks, bonds, treasury bills, real estate, together in one portfolio. The way I'm thinking is that yes, we may do the same, or what we can do is that we may compile different industries together. So we may compile like let's say automobile industry, or cement industry, or tobacco industry. Like, industry wise we'll compile companies, and we'll give people the option to choose the industry they understand more, or they feel whatever the industry they like, they can simply choose that option. But it's not finalized yet. And I think like people who are listening to it, if they want to advise me something here or suggest something, I'm open to suggestions. So that's something which we can definitely decide. But that's how the structure of nurture, or how this is how nurture is going to be different from likes of Robinhood or Econs.
Right. My next question was actually around that how can, users choose their portfolios if someone doesn't want to invest in, let's say, pharmaceuticals or tobacco?
Mm-hmm.
So will they have that choice or not? Uh,
Oh,
or you
hmm.
are still thinking about it?
Like I said, so if it's an industry, like if we have segregated companies by industries, then definitely they'll have a choice. They can invest in whatever industry they feel or they like, right? However, if it's a compiled portfolio, then users will have all the information. Then most likely we would have shortlisted, let's say, 10 companies from Pakistan Stock Exchange, which we feel, which after our, like, let's pass 25 years analysis, which we feel that, yeah, these are the best bets in the market. So we will pick them, and we'll allot allot a certain percentage to each company and create a portfolio. uh, and people will, and we will share that list, that these are the companies we are investing in, so people can definitely see that where is their money going. And they can, of course, the only choice they have in that case is that if they don't like it, then of course they don't have to invest. uh, but but hopefully we'll keep in a way that it won't be a problem for people.
Right.
Uh,
And how does nurture eliminate the risk on investment?
yeah, so like is like, I think that the like I just mentioned, like, so the entire value proposition is around that you invest, and in case you incur a loss that converts into a discount, we communicate to our partner retailer, that, look, this person A has is my investor. He has incurred this loss, and if he buys this shirt from you, can you please give him, let's say, 10% discount, because his loss is 10%. And if that merchant has agreed, we'll manage that. We don't call it risk elimination. We call it risk transformation. It's not that you're not taking risk. You are just not taking risk on cash. But what we are doing is that, since there is this a finite world, so I'm not saying that all the shops in Pakistan are on Nurture's board, and wherever you're gonna go, you'll find discounts. Definitely people will not agree giving discounts, and then they can't be on our platform. And if that's the case, let's say if there's a restaurant which is your favorite restaurant, and that restaurant is not my partner, so the risk you are taking now on your investment is that that restaurant is not going to cover your losses. Maybe there would be some other restaurant. So then you'll have an option that you want your losses covered, or you want to dine out at your favorite restaurant. So it's just a transformation, and this transformation kind of makes it what you can say meaningful in terms of better cash management. So it's just better decision making. I mean, it doesn't really matter a lot that you dine out at your favorite restaurant. What matters is that at the end of the day, you make a smart decision about money, right? So the whole idea, or the whole concept of Nurture, is to help you manage money better. And that's why, like, the entire risk transformation concept comes into place, and helps you achieve that.
Right, really interesting.
Yeah.
So, Zara, you mentioned retailers. So, have you started talking to any retailers? Can you disclose any names right now, or is it too early?
Yeah, so it's too early in like, to be very honest, it's too early right now to disclose the name. We are super early in the process, so to speak, but we did a proof of concept during the summers, right? So because Nurture was a very new idea, and we weren't really sure that if it's something viable or not. So we did a little proof of concept, in which I reached out to, like, let's say, Facebook business owners essentially, and a couple of the RAS people, um, people who had shops at the RAS. So I had roughly around 10 or 12 retailers partner with me, who agreed to give like 5% to 30% discounts on their products if my investors suffer a loss. So, and these guys, like, had products from, let's say, mobile accessories to car accessories to cosmetics to very nice handbags, and to, let's to those printed mugs, and cushion cups, so all kinds. So it was a portfolio of around 4,000 products. And, like, honestly, it covered, like, all, like, kind of little things that, let's say, you can purchase on, like, on the go, in your everyday life. But those were, like, of course, very small business owners, like little Facebook, what you can say, business owners with following of, let's say, 4,000 people or 5,000 people. But yes, now when we are official, now we are going to, like, reach out to, of course, big names as well. But to be very honest, it's gonna take us some time till we get there, but we will get there when we have like majority of the retail market on our platform. Till then, of course, it might be limited choices, but what I can assure you is that um, we will get there. We will get to a point where you wouldn't even have to compromise on your choices as well.
Inshallah, inshallah, and we wish you all the best. So,
Yeah, thank you.
tell me, how was your experience in switching from CS to financial services? How difficult was it, and what advice would you give to someone who's trying to make the switch?
I think for me, I think the switch had already happened when I started my career, but coming to finance was, like I said, I I was as naive or as unaware of finance as maybe you are. I was similar, like in a similar place, but I was obsessed with this problem I wanted to solve. So it wasn't that I actively wanted to pursue a career in finance. It was this problem which just like dragged me into it, and I was like, I'm gonna learn whatever it takes to help me solve this problem. I think this is what I'm gonna advise to people who let's say who have an interest in another field and they've studied something else. That honestly, if you're genuinely interested in something, you will find out a way. Uh, let's say, so I just founded a company, but for example, if you want to just switch a job, and if you were interested in finance, start reading about it. I think Google is your best friend. You can find everything over there. uh, Pick out things and try to like understand concepts, understand underlying concept of a certain field that you are going into, right? It's the basics that help come up with new ideas, not the expertise or not the technical jargon. So focus on understanding those concepts and put an effort towards that. Try to come up with new project ideas or new things which you can, let's say, mention on your resume. Pursue trainings in that field, and eventually you'll start getting attracted, or you'll start getting noticed by people in the same field. And once your network start building, getting opportunities is not a problem. So it's getting really like interested in one field that you want to pursue and sticking to it. That's going to get you there. So that's the advice I would give.
That's some great advice. And on a similar pattern, I would like to ask you that anyone who's looking forward to starting a startup, what advice would you give them? How to go about it? How to take that first step? People are so confused, like, how can I do this? So, what advice would you give?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's a
What
difficult.
motivated you to take the first step? What was your
Is
motivation?
Yeah, I think again, I would come down, it would come down to obsession. You have to be completely obsessed with that one problem. I have spent, I don't know how, I've literally spent sleepless night thinking about this one problem and how I can come up with a solution. My mind would just couldn't stop thinking about it. That's how obsessive it was for me. There were times when I just wanted, like, why am I so like, I don't have any problems in my life. Alhamdulillah, I'm pretty settled. I'm happy the way I am. I don't have financial issues. Why am I getting into this difficult journey? But I couldn't help it. And this is what drives the persistence to pursue entrepreneurial ventures, or to pursue your dreams, I would say. Once you are super consumed by this problem and you cannot like ignore it, or you cannot stop thinking about it, that it puts in that kind of persistence in you, which will help you take that first step. And it's essential. That persistence is essential, because one day you'd be like, yes, I'm gonna win the world, I can do it. The next day you're like, I'm wasting my life, this is not gonna happen, let's quit, let's just be like relaxed. And it's those days that are difficult, then when you have to like rethink and like let's motivate yourself again, and start over. So it's gonna be, it still is. I'm not honestly I'm there yet. It's just like the first step I've taken in those like thousand steps ahead. And still it has like literally consumed every ounce of energy I had. And you have to give it to it. So that's how passionate you have to be. That's how persistent you have to be if you want to like begin your entrepreneurial journey. But it's gonna be worth it. So, even if you fail, even if I fail, I don't have regrets. So I'm happy. The learning I'm getting, and the satisfaction I'm getting with creating original things, that's what's most important to me. So it's gonna be worth it. But yeah, it's a difficult road.
Thank you so much, Zara. Thank you so much for your time. We are really proud of the work that you're doing and we wish you success.
Hmm.
Inshallah, we hope that we will get to talk to you once Nurture is a big hit.
Inshallah.
Take care. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank
Uh,
you so much again for giving me this opportunity. And of course, Nust is that first place I look back and feel proud of. And definitely wherever I am, it's because of Nust. I would just like to say that if somebody is interested in what I'm doing, wants to contribute in any way, wants to be a part of it, please feel free to reach out to me, sorry. I am looking for people who I can like, who can join me in this journey, who are passionate about this thing, and together we can do amazing stuff. So it would be great if people can reach out with feedback or with suggestions or with any kind of contributions they are interested to do. And I'll be happy to connect with them. So thank you once again.
Thank you so much for your time. So, thank you
Likewise.
everyone for watching this episode. Now, this is Anum Iqbal signing off. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.